You know, things might feel a little more wholesome. We gotta wait a week for the gossip to come out. That would be torture. Yes, how would we survive? How would we ever survive? Can't call Patricia. No, we would have to put it up. Yeah, then just go on. No, I didn't.
I buy a print like this, but I like the online thing better.
That's why I don't subscribe to the Arizona Code. I like to sit there and actually read a hard copy book, and I never get it.
I mean, it took us about 6 hours, 12 days.
Anything in particular?
Whatever your preference is, you know. All right, 7 o'clock. All right, everyone, we're going to call the meeting to order with our roll call. Councilmember Tomerlin.
Here.
Councilmember Navarrete.
Here.
Councilmember Lance.
Here.
Councilmember Byrd.
Here.
Vice Mayor Alonso.
Here.
Councilmember Aguilar.
Here.
And I am present. We do have a full quorum. If everyone would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. Invocation will be done by Councilmember Tomerlin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, I thank you for bringing us here together again tonight. Please be with us as we make decisions for the town, Lord. Help us make wise ones that make us better going forward in the future. I ask that you bless all members of our town, all our residents, all our visitors, and just be with them, Lord, as we move through the rest of this year. In your name I pray. Amen.
Thank you all for being here tonight. It's our first meeting of our newest fiscal year. So we're going to do our proclamation, and that is a proclamation for Child Support Awareness Month. Whereas the town of Superior joins the nation in recognizing August as Child Support Awareness Month, and reaffirms its commitment to strengthening Arizona's families by providing child support services to improve the economic stability and well-being of children. And whereas the state of Arizona will always be committed advocates for our children, whose safety and security remains top of mind. And whereas a child who receives emotional and financial support is more likely to feel safe and secure and is better equipped with the courage to be their very best in life. And whereas the Department of Economic Security, Division of Child Support Services, DCSS, is robustly committed to putting Arizona's children first and to humbly serving Arizonans with excellence, respect, integrity, and kindness, as well as being an overall champion for economic growth and opportunity. And whereas DCSS strongly advocates for parenting responsibilities because parents and children benefit when both are engaged with their child at every stage, regardless of marital status. And whereas DCSS recognizes the commitment of legal guardians who accept responsibilities of children in the absence of parents, and whereas strengthening individuals and families with an emphasis on fiscal responsibility promotes the safety and well-being of children, provides stability, improves the lives of children, and provides opportunities for families to be able to enhance their children's future. And whereas Child Support Awareness Month values parents' involvement in their children's lives and who make regular child support payments to safeguard their children's future, now therefore I, Neva Vesich, Mayor of the Town of Superior, do hereby proclaim the month of August 2026 as Child Support Awareness Month. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal for the Town of Superior fixed this 9th day of July 2026. Thank you, everyone who does this, and we'll be signing that proclamation. And we have a special presentation, and we are introducing the Town of Superior Code Enforcement Animal Control Officer, Clinton Layton. And I know that he's here. Clinton, if you want to come up and introduce yourself to council, and Todd, if you want to maybe give a little, but welcome.
Hello, my name is Clint Clayton, born and raised in Boulder, Arizona, and just here to try to clean it up and get some dogs off the streets.
Well, we're happy to have you on the team. Todd, do you have anything else to add on our protocol or how we're hiring?
Clint, it will be under training for the next 2 months at least. We probably can't expect him to immediately start picking up dogs and everything. It's not safe. So we have to properly equip the dog catcher program. He will have to get trained for that, and we'll have to set up the code enforcement program so we can start issuing citations. All of that is going to take a while. So hopefully over the next few months, you'll start to see some progress, but we really won't hit the ground running probably for 2 to 3 months.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome. Welcome. Been a long way. All right, staff reports. I feel like it's been a very busy few weeks, but lots of progress on a lot of our different negotiations and agreements on implementations on programs and projects and resolution. Lots of different, lots of things buzzing on, future development. And I can't think of anything else right now, because I didn't make a note today.
Sure. The infiltration gallery was reevaluated yet again which is the water system above town. It was again found to be in good shape. It has some roots and stuff in it. It's going to get cleaned. We're going to do a pump test on it, and then we can start rehabbing that. So we can have some water to go in our pipeline. Again, we are still waiting on Army Corps to finish their NEPA review or their categorical exclusion for the pipeline. So as soon as that's done, we can get started on that as well. We received a grant for $91,000 to fix the entry point into the airport. Anyone who's tried to go into the airport will know that it is almost entirely red clay at the entrance. Once you get in, it's fine, but that entrance is covered in red clay. The administrator for the ADOT Aeronautics program came out to visit me on a wet day to see the airport, so he saw it, so we were able to justify it, and he's given us $91,000 to fix it. There is currently a $100,000 limit on those grants, so you have to pick small projects. You can't do anything big. They're talking about raising that limit because that's an extremely low limit. You can't do much with it. We are going to have to have some public hearings to discuss, I sent the council an email to discuss the CDBG projects for this cycle. Every 3 years, we get a tranche of money. It's a little higher this year. It's $280,000. That's still not a ton of money. It can't do big projects. It can't repave a big street, but it can do a small street. So I sent some ideas that I discussed with CAG, but if the council has any ideas, please do send them to me. It has to be whatever idea you have has to be discussed at that public hearing, even if it's just raised at that hearing, or we cannot implement that project. So the first public hearing, we have to kind of know what we want to do. So
When do you need, ideas by?
I am waiting for CAG to tell me when we have to have the public hearing. Worst case, it would have to be in August. We don't want a long meeting in August. I tried to push it to September. We would need it at least by the end of August for the September agenda. If they tell me we have to do it in August, then we're on a much shorter time. We're also doing a state special project for the west building converting into the library. So that state special projects are competitive. You have to apply for them. CDBG is not. We just pick a project. But the state special project is the same funding source, but it's one large project that we compete with the rest of the state to get. The library probably has a pretty good chance to get. We also have this month, or next month, the Panther sidewalks out to bid. So that we should start somewhere in the fall. So we'll construct that $2 million project to put sidewalks all the way from the school to the highway. Then we have submitted a TA grant to design that street so that we can apply for grants to repave the entire Panther Sunset stretch. So the first step is to hire engineers. They design the package. Second step is to get the funding to actually build the street out. So working on a lot of different things right now, but, all of our existing grants are still progressing. The wastewater treatment plant, we're supposed to close on the interim loan this week, according to USDA. So I won't believe it when I sign it, but it is any day. So,
That's it for staff reports. Consent agenda, we have a lot of things on here. Council approval of the minutes of town council meeting on June the 11th, 2026. Approval of Town of Superior Fire Chief application announcements. Approval of Town of Superior Chief of Police job application announcement. Approval of proposal from Provident Utility Advisors for an independent valuation of the Town of Superior's wastewater sewer utility system. Approval of contract amendment between Central Arizona Aging and the Town of Superior to amend contract 025-6655. The contract will cover the period of July 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2027. Approval of vehicle lease agreement addendum contract number 025-6655 between Central Arizona Aging and the Town of Superior. The recipient shall be assigned a 2019 Ford Transit Works T350 van for elderly transport and nutrition services. Approval of Town of Superior alcohol beverage permit for Juan Ibarra for a baby shower located at the Magna Club on Saturday, July 25th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Approval of Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control for a special event license for Melissa Beth Van Tassel, Boys Thompson Southwestern Arboretum for the Green Gala event located at the Boys Thompson Southwestern Arboretum, 38815 East Arboretum Way, Superior, Arizona, 85173. On Saturday, November 7th, 2026, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Approval of Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control for a special event license by Pete Casillas Adelanto de Juntos for Prickly Pear Festival located at Vestige Park, 298 West Main Street, Superior, Arizona, on Saturday, August 29th, 2026, from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Approval of Town of Superior alcohol permit for Pete Casillas for the Prickly Pear Festival located at the Vestige Park on Saturday, August 29th, 2026, from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and approval of our department reports. Council, is there anything anyone wishes to take off the consent agenda? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented? There's a motion by Councilmember Tomerlin. Do we have a second? Second by Councilmember Byrd. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Now we're going to go on to our new business tonight. This is a public hearing discussion, possible approval of ordinance 2026-207, ordinance of the Superior Town Council adopting a property tax levy sufficient to raise the sum of $703,671 for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. Staff recommends approving ordinance number 2026-207. This adopts the final tax levy discussed in the public hearing. This ordinance sets property tax rate for the 2026-2027 fiscal year. And is there anyone in the public wishing to address the levy? Mr. Carr, do you want to give us just a little, Mr. Shank?
No, I just say, over the 12 years I've lived in the town, I think that the council and town manager have worked very hard to try and keep our property taxes pretty much the way they are. And given the challenges and the increased expenses the town faces, I think it's greatly appreciated trying to keep housing affordable for everybody in town.
Thank you.
So to address that question, we have not increased the individual levy on anyone in the last 10 years. In that period, we have decreased our property tax assessment from 7.3, I believe, to what it is now, which is 5 point, I don't know, 3 something. So almost 2 points. We've decreased our rate, and that keeps everyone's property tax the same, each individual property owner. The only reason it's gone up at all is new construction. So we started at about 580 back in the day, but we, as new construction comes on, that increases the levy, but the actual rate has been going down to keep all of our property owners low.
Any other further comments from the public? Hearing none, council, do you have any questions or comments on the levy? Going to close the public.
I got a question. So formerly it was 697, it's gonna be raised to 703?
Yeah, there is the assessments for the community went down. So, if you look at your property tax assessment this year, it's gone down by, a little math in my head, about 25% this year, because housing values are decreasing. So the amount, this rate, the truth in taxation only applies if we increase the individual tax rates for individuals, and we haven't. We've kept it flat. So but the actual assessed rate is going up a little bit because the value of your house is going down.
Any further questions or comments from council? Hearing none, do we have a motion to approve? So, the motion by Councilmember Navarrete, do we have a second? Motion and a second on the floor, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And now we're gonna go on to approval of ordinance 2026-208, an ordinance of the mayor and town council of the town of Superior, Arizona, amending chapter 10, article 2 of the Superior Town Code, sections 10-1-25, abatement of nuisances on private property, lien for assessment. This is action item number 2. Todd, do you want to give a little explanation on this?
Perhaps Mr. Cooper can. This is the state passed some new laws allowing us to improve our assessment collections. So previously, if we did an abatement and we did an assessment for that abatement, we were third on the mortgage, and if it was foreclosed on by the first mortgage holders, the tax lien holders, then we did not collect any money. So this means that this new rule set means that our assessment stays on there with equal value to the tax lien holder. So Mr. Cooper probably can explain it better than I can, but.
Mayor, council members, the reason for this proposed amendment to the ordinance is, as the town manager pointed out, that, to basically protect the town funds that are used to basically abate nuisances on private property. We've had historically situations where, not so much now, but in the past, where basically people were not taking care of their lots, property taxes would become delinquent. People would then go purchase the delinquent property taxes. Once they became 3 years delinquent, you could foreclose on them in a court action. Unfortunately, the way that the property lien statutes were written, basically the town's lien would be extinguished because property taxes are superior to any other claims. There was a change in the legislature in the law several years ago, which basically provided that the town, pursuant to the local town statute, basically to abate nuisances, and it's in section, I think it's 9-276, that those liens would not be discharged upon a property tax foreclosure. Your current town code was rewritten several years ago, and they referenced, I think it was 9-599, basically, which allows you to have a procedure to abate them and also foreclose on the taxes. Unfortunately, that statute was not amended by the legislature, so a tax lien that's used by that basis gets extinguished. What we're proposing is basically that we are going to basically utilize the one that's provided for state law to have the liens placed, so that if there is a property tax foreclosure action, and it's an example, we had to abate, we had a building burn in town, basically we had to go and clean it up. We have probably placed or going to place a lien for the cleanup costs on the property. And if we had it under the old law, someone could buy that lot when the taxes were delinquent, and they would extinguish the deed, so we cleaned up the lot for these people for free. By this change in the statute, that lien will not go away, so they buy it, they stick there taking it subject to the lien that we have on the property for the abatement and cleanup costs.
All right, do we have a motion to approve ordinance 2026-208? There's a motion by Councilmember Byrd. We have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Tomberlin. Any further question or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We're now on to call to the public. Has anyone signed in to address the council? We may be able to answer. We'll probably have to defer you to staff. Ask.
No one has signed in.
No one has signed in, so at this time, is there anybody else who wishes to address the council? So if any probably can ask a question, just, I don't know if we can specifically answer, it's not on the agenda. Yes, and if I can have you come to the podium, I didn't make Mr. Shane, because he just started talking when he started. Please come to the podium. Just because we have to put it, it has to show up on YouTube. I'm sorry, we should make, Mr. Shane give his comment, you know, and so.
It also keeps down the number of people speaking and calling the public.
You have 3 minutes, and anything over that, then we have to stop.
I don't have 3 minutes. I just want to say, even though that I'm new to town, being a black bar with our little business, I just want to say that this town is the easiest to work with. Mesa was a total nightmare. Scottsdale is even worse, and Tempe, I don't want to talk about. And people like Manny, and it's been a huge help. And hopefully, by the end of this year, we'll have some progress made on doing something better, because the first year in business, we paid almost $34,000 in sales taxes. The next year was almost double. We took a big old hit in 25. We're making progress. And by the way, July 2019 is National Ice Cream Day.
July 29th, you said?
19,
19th, okay, that's.
third Sunday.
All right. Well,
Free ice creams out
there's- Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for your investment in this area. Yes, Lisa. Sure. Oh,
This is my daughter Lisa from Massachusetts, California. Okay, so my mom Susan has, I don't know if this is the time and place, but for here in Massa, she's written some notes to the town, or letters about, property on Terrace approximately 236, I don't know. We have 232, 234 is the lot next to it, and wondering if there's any progress being made or will be made now that we have now that you have a code enforcement officer. I heard him speak about, animal control, but I was wondering if that code enforcer is also going to be working on property that has been abandoned and has collected debris.
The plan is yes.
Okay.
I would defer any specific questions to your property to the town manager. You probably want to have that conversation, in a private, meeting or after the meeting.
Yeah, just wondering if the role
Yes.
is going to be part of that too.
Yeah, it is code enforcement, animal control, and that will include building issues and weed and blight issues.
Thank you. Thank you.
Last call to the public. Anybody else with call to the public? All right, hearing none, I'll go to summary of current events. Mr. Aguilar, Councilmember Aguilar, do you have anything to add?
Nothing at this time.
Okay, Councilmember Tomberlin.
The fireworks were gorgeous. It was a very nice show. It was a very nice day, and I'm surprised the rain held, because you know how it is. We plan a nice big event. We love to get rained out here in Superior. It's our luck. But I hope everybody had a safe 4th of July, and that's all I got.
Councilmember Navarrete.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Councilmember Latt.
Thank you for me.
Councilmember Byrd.
Thank you. Ditto on the fireworks. Thank you to Mr. Cocker and their staff for working and putting it on for us. We enjoyed it.
Vice Mayor Alonso.
Yeah, I just want to encourage everyone to vote on Tuesday, July 21st, and express how it's noticed how strong and united this council and staff is. And it's no surprise we all present ourselves with professionalism and class. And this is a huge reason we, this council, will remain in office and continue to do great things for our community. So I appreciate all your support.
Yes, thank you, everyone, and again, big thanks to everyone who participated in the 4th of July. It was a fun event, and I think we were very fortunate because the weather was very nice. It was like, wow, is this really 4th of July? Because it was very mild weather, so that was very nice, and everybody did a great job. The fireworks were spectacular, and I just want to thank everybody for that. And again, yes, July 21st is Election Day. We are hearing, not officially, but I keep hearing through the grapevine that they're having a hard time finding poll workers for Superior, Kearney, Mammoth, in this area. And they're talking about not giving us a polling location if they don't have polling workers. And I heard this through the grapevine today. So I need to do some investigating, but if you know anybody who's willing to be a poll worker, I think it's very important because we don't want to see our communities not have a place for us to, a lot of people do early voting, but there's still a lot of people like myself, I like to go to the polls day up. So if you're interested, you do get paid for your training, you get paid for working that day. We need to help find some poll workers, I believe. And again, it seems like we've had lots of really good, great, intense work. I know Manny's getting ready for State of the Town and fiestas and all sorts of good stuff. So that festival season is right upon us. So thank you all, and thank you to staff. So right at the beginning of the new fiscal year, it's always a little busy preparing for audits and stuff. Mr. Pryor, do you have anything else to add?
I do not.
Scheduling of our next meetings, Emergency Services Committee will be July 16th, 2026, Community Development Committee, July 23rd, 2026, Planning and Zoning Committee, August 6th, 2026, and then our special town council meeting will be August 10th, 2026. We will not have a meeting on our normal meeting date. We generally take August off, but this is because we have to canvass the vote by a certain day, and
At 6 o'clock.
at 6 p.m. Oh, yes, it's at 6 p.m. The special meeting is 6 p.m. on August the 10th, and we have to canvass by a certain time. So that's why we generally we're having this change. We generally don't do meetings in August or December to give staff a little bit of a break. So we're going to keep that agenda light and just handle some required things we need to do that night. And with that being said, do we have a motion to adjourn? There's a motion by Councilmember Byrd. Do we have a second? Second by Councilmember Tomlin. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries, and we are adjourned at 7:26. Gilbert, thank you for joining us. We miss you.